Kingdom Team All Call Time. This is the question and answer segment where we like to dive into any questions you have for us. You can certainly send us a question over at kingdomreportlive.com by filling out the form on the homepage, or you can leave it in the comments section down below, and we would love to follow up with you. Today's question comes to us from Super Stan. Super Stan asks, what would you pay and expect from a Disneyland Park special event or festival without rides? As we have come to find, California Adventure is coming back online temporarily for a special ticketed food event without attractions, right? Without the rides. So there are some characters mixed in, yes, who will be at a distance. There's also retail that will be open, as well as additional dining experiences on top of the food booths that will be included. And we've come to find that for ages 3 and over, that is costing $75 per ticket. So in terms of Disneyland, Super Stan, we appreciate this sort of a question, because Disneyland, it's a very different place, right? It's not California Adventure. It's hallowed ground right across the Esplanade. And so we will start with Tyler on this one, mainly because this price tag of $75 for California Adventure, already something I think we've agreed is pretty darn high. However, Disneyland may command such a high price, being Disneyland, but we'll leave it in your lap. What do you think? And what would it have to offer?
I mean, it's a really tough question. I mean, personally, I would probably say I don't know if I would do one. Because I really don't think that they're going to be, and this is maybe going to sound sad to some people, but I really don't think they're going to be offering alcohol ever in Disneyland. And if I'm going to be paying for some sort of like food festival thing, like I want to at least, you know, be able to like have a couple beers or something, like
libations.
I feel like that to me is actually
Oga's Cantina. Anybody?
I know, right? We'll just all go run over there. Let's all go to Oga's. Come on, they can't stop us all. No, I just can't see. I don't think they're gonna do anything like this. But I mean, what would I pay? I mean, it's not gonna have alcohol, so I would probably pay, you know, $50, I guess. But
would it include parking? Would it include food?
See, and
what all would have to be open?
Yeah.
What would it? See, I just don't see
you get
myself.
A corn dog. Move it along.
See, I just am not that excited about this proposition, to be honest. I you know, because for me, yeah, of course, Disneyland is my home park, and I love it. I love seeing it and everything. But there's something about Disneyland more recently for me that, like, I spend most of my time in California Adventure, and then we go to Disneyland to do like rides. You know, we'll do like a couple rides, and then we'll get out of Disneyland, go back to California Adventure.
Sure.
I just to me, it doesn't seem as like it's a feasible thing to do like a food festival over there. And everything is smaller. The walkways are smaller. Everything is more condensed over there. So I just don't see it happening. I don't think I would pay for one either.
Wow. So that's a great twist there. Yeah. Something I wasn't anticipating. And Katrina, how do you feel?
Wow.
I mean, what would have to be offered in order for you to say, I'll head on over?
See, I would say maybe, because Disneyland, again, you're right. It is like kind of like a special place for everybody. And they would pay more than DCA because it's just kind of like bigger, and there's just more history and emotion for everybody. I would like probably say $50. Like I would say $50 to get in, and then you get like maybe like a $15 or $20 gift card or something on top of that, so you can go get a corn dog, or you can go, because like that's like what everybody loves, right? Is the corn dogs over there, and like churros and whatnot. You can get churros anywhere, but you can at least get something, and then maybe, you know, those like special floats over at the Tropical Hideaway that yeah, like I mean, everybody kind of forgot about that, you know. I miss their raspberry whip. It's like Dole Whip thing. Oh man, it was delicious. But again, like, but not include parking. You have to pay for parking, because that's my catch. Like I don't like when things offer parking for free, because you know a lot of people are going to go together.
Yeah.
So they're making money off of you. So again, like if you have to pay for parking, like you can add it or something, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, $50 and you get like maybe like 15-20 buck gift card or something just to like go walk around. Because if they're gonna have restaurants open, it just depends, honestly. Like if they had Blue Bayou open, they had like Plaza Inn, if they had what's it called, the my Bengal barbecue.
Oh yeah.
If they had like a couple of those places open, what's that barbecue place now? My mind just went to poo. The Riverbell Terrace.
Riverbell Terrace.
So if they had like those places open, like maybe offer a discount to go dine there. If you came into this, like if you came to this event, maybe you get like 10% off or something. If you didn't have like annual, like if the legacy pass holders, maybe you get a discount when you go dine in there. If you're not a legacy pass holder but you bought a ticket, you get like 10% off or something like enticing to make people like want to sit down and dine and whatnot. But and then I don't know,
any sort of entertainment or anything like that you would want
I feel
to
like
see?
you can't do entertainment because it's so small proximity that too many people are gonna like crowd together. Like if you do something at the castle, it's just you can't. They like if they had Mary Poppins and Bert and like the band come and play, there's too many people that are gonna swarm the castle to take pictures and stuff because it's been like this like moment you paid for. You paid your $50. You want to get this magic. The only thing I can think of is maybe doing something on like the Fantasmic stage, possibly,
Sure,
and not having it like time, but just like having like the Dapper Dans come out like they would do during Halloween or something.
on the barges.
Yeah, like something where it's always just like moving so people just don't crowd. But Disneyland's like a different place than Disney World though. Like they're, again, like they're annual pass holders, or it's more of like a memory attachment. So those people, when it's Halloween and you go to that special event, everybody's waiting for Cadaver Dance to come out. Like they literally wait there all night to see it. So those people that love Dapper Dans are gonna be waiting there all day to see the Dapper Dance. So it's just more crowd issue. So that's like I don't know. That's like the hard part. Like I don't see entertainment happening. Maybe possibly like something happening as long as it's moving.
Yeah.
That's it.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump out to Walt Disney World, where Garrett Hassel, our Florida reporter, is standing by inside the Magic Kingdom at the moment. Sir, when it comes to Disneyland potentially bringing an event online, and this is all, of course, us just sort of imagineering things from our seats, but if Disneyland were to bring some sort of an event online, what would it have to entice you, and how much do you think you'd pay ultimately?
$2,000 flat fee. No questions asked. You don't know what you exactly get. No. I could maybe justify $75 just because it's the original park. It's Disneyland of all places. For entertainment, I think that definitely needs to be a major aspect of it. You could have the characters on top of the train station like they do here at Magic Kingdom, and you can always erect stages in different areas. But it really is a tough thing to describe just because, as Tyler and Katrina have said, it's so narrow there. They would need incredible food there, but based on the size and the narrow walkways, I don't think it's worth even doing something like that just because of how cramped everyone's going to be. How can you still enforce social distancing when a line to get food is right next to the line for a walkway, and it's almost like you're corralling cattle down and back. You're like, you can only enter from the right, you can only exit from the left. You have to make your way in a counterclockwise formation going through Tomorrowland through the back. It's almost like you have to force people in a certain way. Like it's a larger park than California Adventure, and I still think $75 just for food at California Adventure is still too steep. So I couldn't see myself doing that. If you said, hey, $50 and we're gonna have some characters out and a limited number of guests can get in, maybe I would consider doing that, but I just don't think it's a good sell for their, like, if you were to say Epcot hands down could make it work. Animal Kingdom hands down could make that work. You could set up tables in the safari and you would have enough room for everyone. But for something like Disneyland, you just got to, I'd say, hold off on that, wait for the whole thing to come back online. Don't try and, sort of cheat people out of their money by saying, hey, you get to come to Disneyland, but you only get to experience not the full aspect of the park. But going off of the idea of Fantasmic, you could put characters on barges going around like what they did here. But going back to my original point, I don't think it's worthwhile. $50 maybe, $100 plus, no way. I think that's stealing money at that point. And I know they need some money, but don't cheat people out of something like that when it comes to this iconic park. Don't be a bunch of Chapek's money grubbing and fighting for that dollar bill.
Well, and I'll say this too, you know, a couple weeks ago you'd mentioned the idea of doing dinner parties with, you know, per head ticket pricing for, say, Fantasmic, and having tables sort of scattered around the rivers of America for a very special, intimate experience. Same thing with like World of Color at California Adventure, like a late night dinner party. And so mentioning all of those things and incorporating that, you know, I think I would be willing to pay a premium price for something like that because it's truly
Because
exclusive.
you get like better food. Like if it was like nice catered food where I had like a seat and a show, oh yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. But for me to like stand in a line for a corn dog or something, you know, nah, I'm okay.
You wouldn't pay $75 to line up for nuggets?
I mean, I can't eat it anyway, but no.
Get in the nugget line.
Gluten-free nuggets. Gluten-free nuggets.
Yum, yum.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
I think, yeah, if you
That
put
dinner
people
party. Oh.
around,
Oh.
you know, an event and make it very exclusive like that. Plus, you know, you're managing the chaos. You don't have to worry about anybody crowding. You know, you don't have to worry about anything like that because everybody's got their own individual space and it's all outdoors and you can distance them appropriately. So, yeah, I still
I'd
say
pay like $100
that.
for that, like 125 or something, if it included like maybe a little libation, possibly. I don't
Sure.
know. I'm just saying.
A little bubbly.
A little libation, a little nice bubbly, be
A
classy.
sangria, so that way it's a little bit of alcohol, but a majority of juices.
Okay.
Okay, a very low end Moscato then.
I'd rather have a sangria.
No, but I like, yes, some kind of bubbly or something small. Like you get two, like what they do for World of Color. You get like 2 sugary drinks or a bubbly and you're done, right?
Yeah.
So even that, like just cap it at $125 and you get like a nice dinner, a little show, and it's like what, a 3-hour event and you're done.
Mm-hmm. Yep, see, and I think people would pay out the nose for it.
Come on,
and,
Chapek.
Yeah, it would definitely be something that, you know, would keep Disneyland still very exclusive, you know, still very unique. So we want to know what you think. What are your ideas? What would you pay for when it comes to potentially bringing a special event like the Touch of Disney over to Disneyland Park? What would it have to include? What would the price be? And what would you ultimately want? Leave it in the comment section down below. As always, we'd love to hear from you.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.